Welcome back. My name is Mulligan and this is Bloodstained. Terror of the Night? What was the title screen? I'm in progress. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I don't know why it said Terror. I'm not really planning a series. I play through the game, so not much going on here. I just want to show it off a little bit. Let's we can go to that after. I just want to do one fight, show off a little bit of the game. Now this is a secret fight. There are a lot of secret fights in the game. This, by the way, is the map if you want to know. There are a lot of secret fights in the game. This is one of them. I just wanted to show off the game a little bit for those that maybe didn't really see the game releasing and maybe want to play a Metroidvania game. Or better said Castlevania, like the later titles of the franchise. This is heavily inspired, naturally, more or less a spiritual successor of the Castlevania titles. I don't know which one it was, but the one where you could defeat enemies and get their abilities. You have the same idea here. You get what is called shards, and you can have specific shards. You can have a familiar, a passive, which I have Words of Wisdom, which reduces MP consumption. You can have a directional skill that just which you can just point somewhere and do the skill. You have manipulative, which is just, in this case, it is something like a shield. I don't like it. You can have something like an accelerator, which lets you run really fast. Good skill for grinding. And you have a conjure skill, which is just a skill you can cast, like this one. Just want to show off a couple. What do we have here? Ooh, nice. Oh, I like this. Every skill you can get has a rank and a grade at the bottom right. Now the rank, you increase a little bit hard to show, but we can go to that later. Let's just go into this special secret fight, which just shows you it is a Castlevania homage to the old Castlevania game, 8-bit era. We have equipment, but we can go over to that later. This is my loadout, more or less. I have a really fast attacking sword. I like this because it just lets me move around while attacking. While in here I have a different weapon. If I swing, I can't move away. It does a lot more damage than this gun, this weapon, but I can just move. It doesn't let me out. I am not forced to stand still, and I just like to be able to move around, evade. Additionally, I have the Guardian because if something is going to attack me, I could maybe block it. I have the Flame Wall, which I like because it has an enormous range, which I can't. There we go. It goes over the screen, which is really good for specific boss fights. And I have my Lightning. The Lightning is going to bounce around and home in on enemies. It can even hit enemies twice, which is pretty nice. I'm unable to go over there. I don't really want to spoil too much of the game. If you like Metroid games, I would highly recommend this one. It is really good. It plays really nice, it is fluid, it's just a lot of fun to play. That is why I have completed this game. I'm not really a completionist type of guy, but this game I just played from finish to end. So this was the stage. Naturally, at the end of the stage you have a boss fight, which is normal. Now this fight, I found him pretty early, the whole stage, but it was pretty hard to win because I'm not really good at games. Oh, okay, good. The good thing about the Silver Knight is that sometimes he defends against abilities like the flame walls. This enemy likes to use flame walls, as you see, and sometimes the Silver Knight would remove those walls, and this is the main ability that can damage you, because even if you get the rhythm right, sometimes you get hit because I'm not good. And he is in the second stage, where everything gets a little bit harder. But I'm more or less a mage, I'm not really... oh, I forgot that he did a firework. There we go, defeated him. As I said, at the beginning I was not really able to defeat him. But with time, getting better equipment, it went pretty well. As you see, I can just go to the inventory, use one of the waystones. Yep. Now one of the things that you have here is this whole area. Now you have specific people, survivors at the beginning, more or less at the beginning. You have a whole beginning areas that you could play in the demo over here. And then you get over here, you have a guy that can just grow potatoes, rice and or corn if you want for cooking. Yes, you have cooking in the game. You have Abigail, this is one of the NPCs. You give items and you get some items in return, which can be important, can be an upgrade. And the same over here, but she is just giving you a quest like defeat 3 Hammer and you get 3 uni rice bowls. Food is a pretty big thing. This guy, you will find him a couple times. Not really want to talk about that more. Shards. Now shards have a rank and a grade. Now the grade, every time you defeat the enemy, you have a chance for the shard to drop. You can stack that drop up to 9 times. That is reflected on the grade. The higher the grade, the better it is at what it is doing. Rigastorama, as example, is just doing more damage. Beast Guardian would probably defend more better. Taps Oculus, which is my lightning thing, would just make more damage. Words of Wisdom reduces MP consumption more. It just does whatever it does better. Now the rank, you see at the bottom right what the rank does. The rank increase here, occasionally 0 MP cost for your spells, which is why I swapped over to using spells. Increase defense range, increase the number of projectiles casted at once, which is just more flame walls, which, as I said, are once over the screen and a little bit further, so you can hit enemies that you don't even see. Now, the grade you can increase by killing the enemy. The rank you increase by enhancing the shard. We see here the Thrashing Tentacle you get pretty early on. Attack foes with one of Vapor's tentacles. Rank increases the number of projectiles. You can just, if you have the ingredients on the right top, you can just increase the level. Bam, done. It's now rank 1 rank higher. Easy. Now you do have, you can craft stuff in here, like potions, weapons, armor, and you can cook stuff. Now cooking is a pretty big thing. Now you do have to grind some stuff like the soy sauce I had to grind, but it gets you a buff at the bottom left. Now if we go in the not equipment inventory, now here you see at the bottom right my buffs that I got through food. I got that much max HP increase, strength increase, int increase, MP quick charge, XP gain. I got all these buff. I have eaten everything that there is. The first time you eat the stuff, you get a bonus. The rice ball, as example, you get some HP, some constitution, and that is permanent bonus you get. If you can eat the stuff for getting HP, as you see, I have 1874. Now I have 1900 HP. Some of them will replenish more HP, some of them probably MP, but I never really got to that because I never really used magic that much at the beginning. So there's that. Equipment, I have different types of weapons. I have 2 cursed rings, which are more or less the best rings in my opinion. They don't give really much defense, but give a lot of other stuff. Now you can get, if you want, the risk ring. Now this would just nerf your defense all over, but give you a pretty big boon in attack and stuff. I believe this is more or less an homage to Dark Souls, I believe. At least in that game series you had, I believe, an item that can cripple you but gives you a lot of damage. There was a game that gave you a lot of damage but you had 0 resistance. So you would do a lot of damage but you would get killed pretty easily. Additionally, I mean, I have different loadouts. You can unlock these shortcuts. I don't know why I don't have every shortcut, but I have my attacking shortcut, which is this one, with cursed rings, coronation crown, the best items I could get for my gaming, which is mostly focused on the int stat, because that does more damage for my spells. Now I have this loadout, which is increasing my luck. Total luck increase. I do have different shards. I have the augment luck. I have the accelerator because this is my farming equipment, which I use to run into an area, get my soy sauce, and run back out because reasons. I have another shortcut. This one. This is not really up to date anymore, because I only use that at the beginning, because those Kung Fu shoes, which you get at the beginning of the game, allows you to do... come on. I am too stupid to do that. Because I have the double jump. Let me not shortcuts, archives, techniques. Boots. Come on. Oh. Because I'm doing jump. Ha! Stupid me. This allows you to do a little flying kick. Now, why this one is important is just because you can reach areas that you are not supposed to be able to reach at this point, because you can get, I believe, up to 3, maybe even more, if you are consistent enough. But at a specific point, you don't really need it anymore. You don't really need it before, because you don't get anywhere really important. My last loadout is just this crafting, because I get the shard alchemy bounty. Occasionally, number of items obtained from crafting increases. So I get 2 health potions instead of 1, as example. Which is pretty nice, if you can get it early on. And that is mostly it. You can cook stuff, you come back here every now and then, get missions done, go... the Rava Vela is my weapon because, I mean, I just like being able to do a lot of hits, really small hits, but a lot of them. That is why there's one enemy, I can show you where he is. It's not really secret. Over here, this enemy, I couldn't defeat him. I was unable to, until I found more or less my tactic. I tried with this one and it worked, but I only got one hit in. Don't want to spoil too much, but if you know what the enemy is, I only got one hit in. So I played around and I switched to, not these, directional. So I have the Void Ray, which is really, I mean, it's looking cool. It does a lot of damage. Let's say it hits like 2 times every second, does like, I believe at this point, like 70 to 100 damage. Nice, it can crit, it's really nice. But you get it pretty late. Now, additionally, or instead of that, you can get the Heretical Grinder, which you can get earlier. You will see who enemy has this, because the enemy has the weapon. Now this weapon does like 30 or 40 damage, but it hits like 5 or 6 times a second. And I love this, because with this boss I was able to get in close and then just get a lot of quick little hits in, then evade a bunch of times, get close, get a couple hits in. But for most other bosses I just use my flame wall, which I can only have one out. You see me trying to cast, but I mean it was okay. You do have some animation cancelling in the game, just as a final note. So if I want to cast my lightning, there we go. I'm just pressing the button the whole time. But it has some kind of cooldown. Now if you can time it, you can jump, and before you land you can cast it once. And you get a second cast as soon as you land. Not always. But there we go. Sometimes it works. If you are doing it too early, then not. Additionally, you have the backstep, which was more or less, I believe, a bug in the old Castlevania games, but more or less the way you had to move in those games if you want to be quick. And I believe you can cancel stuff with that too, yeah. So you can cancel that. You can cancel weapon swings too. So I showed that it's a pretty long swing, but there we go, double swing, double damage. It's all about those little things if you want to be highly efficient, which I'm not. That is why I'm using this weapon. It does not nearly enough damage. I can... The attack at the bottom right is 16. Now if I take this weapon, it has 45, and it's not even the best weapon. I believe I only have this because it gives me the ability to teleport. Let me see. It was a technique. Now here's the thing. I don't really use many of the techniques because not really a fan. I did have to grind those. I did have some spots for that. There we go. This is one of the techniques you can use with this weapon, which you can't use in the air, but there's a specific spot where you can use it to get to a different area a lot earlier than you are supposed to. But these techniques, some of them are really nice. But yeah, I mean, you do have to get them right, which is not that easy. Ooh, come on. Whoops. Neat. Okay, that is all I wanted. I just wanted to show the game off a little bit. If you are in the market for a Metroid Castlevania game, definitely check it out. It was out for a long time. I mean, a couple months at this point. And definitely worth every penny. As you see, I have like 27 hours of playtime. And I had like 14 hours of real story time. Then 3 hours or so for the extra special bosses that I didn't defeat in that 14 hours. And the rest was grinding. You don't have to grind. There's no reason to if you don't want to. but I just wanted to, because it is pretty fun. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.